Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. From the Kingdom in Seattle, it's the WIAA U.S. Bank State Basketball Championships. And today, the state quarterfinal matchup between the Richland Bombers and the Evergreen Plainsmen from Vancouver in what we're expecting a very exciting game today. We're still a little ways away from the start of today's game. We're in one of the consolation games right now. Frank Murray along with Don Manili. And Don, this is going to be as tough a task as the Bombers have had all year. This Evergreen team is undefeated in 23 games. And talking to Coach Phil Neal, they played 50-some summer league games and lost only one. They're a very seasoned team.
Yeah, they're an excellent basketball team. Southwest Conference down there doesn't get a whole lot of respect, and coaches kind of believe like they put up a lot of numbers, and when they come to the state tournament, most teams don't take them pretty lightly. But I think this Evergreen team is an excellent basketball team. As you said, they're averaging, they played a lot of games. They've won. They had a tremendously successful summer year, and they're really deep. They got a lot of kids that can play, and they've got a lot of really smart kids. As you read in the papers, they got about 3 kids that have 4.0 grade point averages, and a couple others around 3.6, 3.7. And as a coach, you like to see that because that allows kids to be able to do that many more things and that many more adjustments when you've got some intelligent players like that. So I think this team is extremely legitimate, and I think if Richland can snap off Evergreen, I think you may have a real good chance of seeing Richland in the championship game.
Well, the Plainsmen yesterday, there was no contest against Everett. They beat the Seagulls 73-46, while Richland was dispatching Kentwood by a score of 63-43. And earlier today, Everett defeated Kentwood 61-52 to eliminate the Conquerors from the tournament. As we talked earlier, Don, this matchup that Richland has is very similar to the matchup they had in December against West Valley, a team that, like Richland, liked to run and had size, but they were actually quicker than Richland, and Evergreen is also quicker than Richland.
Yeah, that brings up an interesting coaching challenge. The question is, do you change the style of play that you're successful at in an attempt to try and maximize your chances of winning? Because this Evergreen team, their strengths are being able to put a lot of pressure on you in the half court, a lot of pressure in the full court, and they take you to the basket extremely well off the dribble. And Richland plays an aggressive style of defense. They've had trouble with teams that are a little bit more athletic than they are, or equal in terms of athletic ability, such as Rogers, the team that snapped them off in regionals in the first round, was a relatively small team, but very athletic, and was able to take the ball in the gap and cause a lot of problems with penetration. And as we've seen up at West Valley, when they lost to West Valley was a team that forced the tempo on them, and Richland tried to play that way, and they really had a lot of trouble doing that. So you may look for Richland to play a little bit softer on the outside a little bit. You may even see some kind of a zone by Richland in an attempt to try and slow down Evergreen. And that's difficult sometimes for kids to be able to make that adjustment. But I think if Richland can do that and can show the ability to control the tempo of this game, they're really, truly going to be a great team.
Well, we'll tell you exactly what Richland's going to do, the game plan for today, after we take this 2-minute timeout from the Kingdom in Seattle. Back here at the Kingdom in Seattle, Frank Murray along with Don Manili. And earlier today we mentioned Everett eliminated Kentwood 61-52 and just concluded Auburn defeated Bethel by a score of 80-70. Talking to Coach Phil Neal before the game, he says, will they completely change the game plan because of the quickness of Evergreen? No, they will not. They can't do that. He says they do not have the type of team that has Glenn McLeod at the point that could just sit on the ball, take the air out of it, and control the tempo that way. He says defensively, they're going to start out in a 2-3 zone, some three-quarter court trapping in the full court after a made basket. And in that 2-3, hopefully cut down Evergreen's penetration. Their 5'10 senior point guard, Matt Diamond, absolutely destroyed Everett yesterday with his penetration and dishing. And he says we're going to start in a 2-3 zone. In order to beat this team, though, we can't do it in one defense. We're going to have to change up defenses throughout the day. And in addition, we've got to get our players who, like as Don said, like to get up into people to give what Neal calls a competitive gap. He says I'd a lot rather see him take the outside shot than I would see that guy penetrate. Some teams teams, you want the point guard to penetrate, and you're safer that way. He says this team, that's not the case. They're too good at the point. They're too quick, and as a matter of fact, they're too deep. He says they go 10 deep.
Yeah, exactly right. They've got a lot of kids that they bring off the bench. They just keep bringing waves of kids at you. They're going to try and force the tempo. They're going to press you. They're going to try and force you into shooting early shots. And teams that press usually are teams that don't like to play a lot of half-court defense. They want you to shoot the ball so they can get the ball back and go back down and play offense. That's one of the reasons that Coach Neal's going to the press, because presses usually work two ways. They're either going to speed up or slow down the tempo, and by him pressing at three-quarter court, he's hopefully going to try and get their point guard to stop the ball and force them to make 2 or 3 passes until they get down the court and hopefully get into their offense. So hopefully that's going to have a positive effect for Richland.
Richland not only gets West Valley early in the year, but at other times, and even yesterday, had trouble with the fact that they were shooting a little bit rushed. And yesterday they were shooting a little bit quick. They shot only 38%, while Evergreen shot 48% yesterday against Everett. They did not shoot the three real well yesterday. They had only 2 of 15, and their 6'5" postman, Paul Bustrin, who averages 20 points a game, made one of those three-point baskets. So they have size. They're going to go 6'5", 6'5", 6'3", 6'3", and 5'10". Not huge size, but they've got good size and size that can get up and down the court.
Yeah, and one of Richland's real strengths all year has been their offensive rebound, and particularly in Jeff Cahill. And what Evergreen's going to try and do is they're going to try and press them and force them into shooting the ball early so that they take the rest of Richland's players away from the rebounding areas and try and negate some of that offensive rebounding. So Richland needs to be careful about shooting the ball early and allowing the rest of their players to come down here and get in position so that Cahill and Buck and Bone and Ash and those kinds of people that can get in there and get that offensive rebound on the missed shot.
And as a matter of fact, the Bombers, do you have those stats, Reagan, from yesterday on their... Okay. Richland yesterday had 13 offensive rebounds yesterday, and I think they're second in the tournament in that, aren't they? Do we have that sheet around here someplace, or did I lose it? We'll run it down for sure. But they did rebound real well yesterday, and obviously they're going to have to do that again today, and maybe get to the point where Schultz can work inside. He showed some tremendous moves inside when he got not to play. Of course, he was out early with quick fouls, and that's another point. He's going to have to stay in the game, and that's another reason Phil said that they want to start out in a 2-3 zone to keep him out of foul trouble. Yeah, I think all that works in Richland's favor, and particularly in Schultz's favor, and he's extremely effective. I think he likes to go outside sometimes and face up because I think he feels he gets to touch the ball more often, being able to do that instead of waiting for the ball to come into him on the block. But they're much more effective when he gets the ball in there on the block, particularly today when he's going against 6'5", a person that's similar in size, and his defender is going to be reasonably quick, but Schultz has tremendous offensive post moves for a 6'5" player, and they're going to be extremely effective if they can get him the ball to the block. Well, we're going to take a timeout, be back in 2 minutes, and have more on the pregame here in the state quarterfinals. Richland and Evergreen, two teams with green and gold colors, so there's a lot of green in the stands here at the Kingdome. But first, let's take this 2-minute timeout from the Kingdome. All the way back to 1964 to find a team that won the state championship that came from Vancouver, Washington. That was Hudson's Bay, and the Eagles are in this tournament. In fact, opened with a win, but Evergreen certainly stands a very good chance of doing that. So it'd be the first time in 31 years if the Plainsmen, who are unbeaten and ranked top ranked in the state, were able to accomplish that feat. And as we mentioned, they've got a very good opportunity of doing it. They shot well from the two-point range yesterday. They hit 60% of their two-point shots against Everett. However, as we mentioned, they did not shoot well from three-point range. They also were second in total rebounds. Richland actually had 46 rebounds yesterday. Evergreen had 43 rebounds. That's kind of deceptive depending on the game, trying to figure out rebounds there. But they also had 14 assists to lead the tournament in the first day as well. Of course, following this game, we'll have the game between the other quarterfinal game this afternoon between Kamiakin and Mercer Island. And then tonight, the Kamiakin girls in the quarterfinals as they take on the Mountain View Thunder from the Vancouver area. So we'll look forward to bringing you those games as well. And Phil Phil Neal has been a little under the weather. He's had a little bit of the stomach flu since yesterday, and said he's feeling a lot better today. But I'm sure his stomach's still churning. The Bombers, within the last week or so, have brought out the old sweats. It's referred to by the opposition as the clown sweats. Those striped green, gold stripe ones that I think they go back to the 60s, don't they, or at least the 70s?
Yeah, those have been around a long time, but they're obviously been good to him lately, and he's not going to change.
And I think it's a team decision. He said they wanted to bring him out here late in the year, and that's exactly what they did. The other girls game this morning, we did have one score for you. The Meade Panthers came back out of that tough loss to top-ranked Prairie, and they routed Olympic 69-45. Don't have a final on the Shadle-Rogers game. That's also a loser-out game. Shadle Park was defeated yesterday by 3 by Kent Meridian, so they also lost a close game as well. And so we're just about set for the starting lineups for this afternoon's game in the quarterfinals between Richland and Evergreen. We'll have them for you after this 2-minute timeout from the Kingdome. Percent yesterday, that could be computed to jitters or even perhaps the cavernous area of this Kingdome here. I don't know, but obviously they're going to have to shoot better. They shoot it right around 45% as a team on the season, Don, and they're going to have to get somebody hot from the outside as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be real important that they shoot the ball well early, because I think Evergreen is going to give them some shots in the press, and I think they understand how they got to play the game, and they need to get some shots down to kind of reinforce their game plan in terms of what they're doing. Both of these teams have been here. We're here last year. They both have experience, and it's going to be real interesting to see which team can dictate the control of the game.
Here's the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for Evergreen, the Plainsmen will be the visiting team today. Starting at the guards will be Derek Nesland. He spells it Nesland. He's a 6'5 junior, averaging 12 points per game. Matt Diamond is the point guard. He spells it Dyment. Diamond, a 5'10 senior, averaging 8.5 points a game. And then up front, Jason Myers, a 6'3 senior, averaging 10.5 points a game. Paul Jones, a 6'3" senior, averaging 8 points per game. And the man in the post is Paul Bustrin, 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 and he averages 20.1 points per game. And now for Richland, of course, the Plainsmen are coached by John Triplett, and he's been around a while, hasn't he, Don?
Yeah, he really has. He's been in that program and done an outstanding job with that program. He wants the up-tempo style of play. He draws a lot of kids in that area to Evergreen based on his play, and very well-respected coach.
And for the Bombers, under Phil Neal, starting at the guards, the same lineup it's been all year. Mark Bone, a 5'11 senior. He's averaging 2.5 per game. Neil Robertson, a 5'8 junior, averaging 15.8. Doug Schultz, a 6'5 senior, averaging 16.6. Damian Ash, a 6'1 senior, averaging 8.4. And Jeff Cahill, a 6'1 senior, Cahill averaging 6.1. Back with the opening tip-off, Evergreen and Richland after this 60-second timeout from the Kingdome. Okay, back here at the Kingdome, the lineups have been announced. They're set to go. The officials, Paul Hendrickson out of the Pacific Northwest Association and Rob Palmer out of the Tri-City Association. And a lot of green and gold in the stands and on the floor. The Plainsmen are wearing the green uniforms. Plainsmen printed across the front in gold and white. And the Bombers in the gold uniforms with the green swirl through the pants. And we're just about set to go. Here it is, the first quarterfinal game, the first of 4 today. The Bombers, the last to break the huddle. Here they come with the mushroom cloud on the side of the trunks and the Richland R in white. Team shake hands. Bustrin will jump against Schultz. They're both 6'5". And here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. This should be a great game. Okay, Paul Hendrickson will throw the ball up when we're ready. And here we go. The tip controlled to Evergreen, and with it immediately is Jason Myers. Down court to Jones, now on top Diamond. Richland is in a 2-3 zone. Pass underneath, they got their man Jones for a lay-in. And they go into some full court man-to-man pressure. And it comes to Bone. And he's going to try and bring the ball out of backcourt himself across the 10-second line. Double team. Got the pass off to Robertson. To Schultz long. He's going to shoot it from 18. Swish! Just a wave of green came up in the air. But the other end for a lay, and all alone is Neslin, Newt Neslin. 4-2 in favor of Evergreen. They beat the Bomber press back big time that time. Less than a minute gone, 4-2. Robertson nuzzles his way into the front court, goes to Schultz on the wing, fakes the three. They're giving it to him. He doesn't take it. Out to Cahill, top of the circle. To Robertson. No, he didn't go to him. Cahill drives into the lane and then dishes in the corner to Ash. Ash had the ball poked loose and out of bounds. Belongs to the Bombers.
Evergreen in full court pressure man, falling back to a real aggressive man-to-man defense.
58 seconds gone in the game, and Evergreen is leading by a score of 4-2. They lob it into Schultz. They look to triple him. He got around his man Buster and then feeds off to Cahill across the paint. No shot. Out top to Robertson. They're zoning right now. And here's Damian for a three. Good!
Big shot for Richland. They need to get a couple in down early.
In the backcourt against the pressure, we're going to get a foul on Robertson against the point guard Diamond.
Well, Evergreen looks to take the ball out of the basket on a made field goal, just throw it long. Their last bucket, their kid just threw it the length of the floor to a streaking Evergreen player. This time Richland in their three-quarter court zone denied it.
Okay, Matt Diamond into the front court, and they're looking to trap Diamond. He gets the ball into the middle. They got a quick 3-on-2. There's underneath Jones for the one-hander. Good. Oh, they just dissected it again. 6-5 in favor of Evergreen. Bone down court. Corner to Schultz. Going to pop the quick 18-footer. It's short off the rim. The rebound fought for. Bustrin's after it. Ash after it. It's out of bounds off Ash, I believe. And it's going to be out to Evergreen. I think Evergreen scored in every possession so far, haven't they?
Yeah, they really have. They really show a quiet, calm confidence about their play.
Richland drops back into the zone. Looks like a half-court trap coming against Diamond. He brings it across. No, they funnel him down the right side. Cross-court to Buster, the 6'5 guy for three, and he missed. And the rebound by Cahill. He clears it to Robertson. Bombers down a point here early in the first quarter. Out of the backcourt. Robertson with a bounce pass to Ash out on top. Picked up by Diamond. It's man-to-man for Evergreen. 5-second count is on Damian, and he's still on him, and he didn't pick up the dribble in time. You can't just stand out there and dribble the ball when you're closely guarded, and the turnover gives it back to Evergreen.
They were trying to hit Robertson on a baseline screen, and it took him too long to get open.
Here's Diamond up the right side. Robertson funnels him down. They cross-court a pass in the paint to Bustrin, and he's tied up by Bone on a nice play. It's out to the Bombers.
Yeah, Richland zone doing exactly what they wanted to. The Plainsmen, boy, they passed the ball really well.
Yeah, they sure do. Ash to inbounds against the man pressure. 6'5 Evergreen. They lob it into Bone, and Mark comes to the center of the floor, gets it across the timeline, dishes to Schultz. Schultz wants to go baseline. Nothing there. Got shut off. Dishes outside. Cahill at the foul line. Finds Damien in the left corner for a three. In and out. Rebound tipped up by Cahill. No good. Rebound cleared by Paul Jones of Evergreen. Lob up the left side to Buster along the baseline from 15. Off the back rim. Long rebound, racing for it. The Plainsmen get it. Diamond's got it out front. Looks to Buster. And now he comes back and on the drive as Jones feeds off for a three-pointer. Neslin good.
Boy, they have all the parts of the machine. They just gapped the ball, kicked it out for the nice three.
9-5 Evergreen. Ash having trouble getting the ball in. Gets it into Bone. Bone throws it to Robertson at midcourt. Neal going to step. They come out to trap him there. Tries to dribble around it. Bounce pass down the right side to Schultz. Schultz wants to go baseline all the way. He's double teamed. Needs to get it out of there. Makes a nice step and makes the lay-in.
Yeah, super step around move by Schultz.
9-7 Evergreen. Down to court. Diamond penetrating and dishing into the corner, and he nearly threw it out of bounds. He did. It was on the sideline. Bomber ball.
Yeah, first turnover by Evergreen. That's what Richland hopes to try and create.
Inbound right in front of his own bench in backcourt. Gets it into Robertson. And here's Neal up the floor into the forecourt. Picked up out front by Jason Myers. Now to Ash. And Robertson running the baseline again. Ash looking for him. He's got him in the corner. No three. Drives and then dishes off to Schultz. Schultz gets double teamed. Dribbles. Tried to go baseline. Got around his man. Then dished it. No, he stepped out of bounds.
Boy, Evergreen really looks to double team. Anytime they get an opportunity, they'll leave their man and go double team the ball.
4:23 to go in the first quarter. Evergreen 9 and Richland 7. Diamond walks the dribble up against the trap, then cross courts a pass to Neslin, and now to Myers. Now back to Diamond. Diamond down front goes to Neslin, to Jones. Around the Richland zone it goes, looking into the paint. Into the corner goes Diamond, drives baseline, dishes back out for a Neslin. 3 straight away. It's in. It hung on the rim and fell through. And Newt Neslin with 8 points here in the first quarter. It's a 5-point lead. The Bombers, look out, here they come. We got knocked off the air by the players there for a moment, but we're back. It's still 12-7 after a Richland timeout. Evergreen leads. John Spohr and Eric Buck have entered the game for the Bombers for Bone and Ash. Stopped up in the backcourt. Buck. He passes into the forecourt. The ball got away, stolen by the Plainsmen, and we're going to get a foul on John Spohr.
Boy, Evergreen's really shown a lot of multiple defenses. They've shown half-court zone. Man, that time they were in a zone full-court press and obviously bothered Richland.
They lead 12-7 with 3:40 remaining here in the first quarter. And across the timeline as Richland's gone man-to-man now. Matt Diamond, the point guard. Spohr giving him some room. Left corner it goes. Here's the 3 by Neslin. It's no good. That's the other Neslin. That is Derek Neslin. Bombers get the rebound. Spohr up the left side. In the corner to Buck. Buck goes baseline and then shoves it outside to Schultz into the lane. He made a bad pass. Bombers are rushing things.
Yeah, Evergreen's really dictating the flow of this game. They are really quick to the ball, and Richland has yet to be able to get settled into an offense.
And it's the 4th turnover for the Bombers here in the first quarter, who trail at 12-7, 3:10 remaining. Diamond up the right sideline and gets the pick, but goes the other way into the lane, then dishes out. Neslin had a 3, drove in, dished off, went off the hands of Jones, out of bounds. Got a break for the Bombers on the turnover.
Yeah, Evergreen players are hollering at each other to shoot the ball. They actually overpassed that time.
So here's Eric Buck trying to inbound in the backcourt against pressure. He gets it into Spohr. And up on him tight is Newt Neslin. And Spohr trying to get it into the forecourt. The count is on. He made it across. Look out from behind. He picks up the dribble, lobs it. It was knocked loose, stolen by Buster, and he didn't get it high enough. He lobs it ahead to Diamond for the lay-in. Good.
Boy, tremendous athleticism by Evergreen.
And Richland going to have to take another timeout here. It's a 7-point Evergreen lead, and this team is good. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Let's take a 30-second break with the score. It's Evergreen 14 and Richland 7.
Counseling is an important area of customer service at Payless Superdrugs. Pharmacist Valerie Henkel at Pasco's 4th Street Payless says,
it's one of my favorite parts of the job, actually, because I get to get out there and give patients information that they may not otherwise get. Even though they get information from the doctors, they don't always get all the specifics on how to take it and when to take it.
One-on-one customer service at your Payless drugstores in Pasco, Richland, and Kennewick.
Well, the Bombers are struggling here early, and as you mentioned, they're not getting into their offense at all. Everything is rushed once they get it to forecourt.
Yeah, they really have. Evergreen has thrown a lot of different looks at them, particularly in their presses. They've gone man-to-man. They went man-to-man. Richland broke it off the dribble. Last couple of times they went zone, trapped the ball, and Richland really troubled by it.
Okay, inbounds it comes to Cahill. Now to Buck. And they're getting in zone pressure. They got to get it ahead. And he lobs it. Bad pass again. It was knocked loose. This one's going to go out of bounds, though, at side court. And that bails them out because they almost didn't make it.
Yeah, Richland players hollering at each other, trying to get them in correct alignment against the press.
All right. Buck gets it into Robertson. Robertson nearly double dribbled. Yes, he did. He double dribbled the ball. That pressure getting to Richland again. 14-7, the Plainsmen leading, and they have the ball. Richland hitting 2 out of 6 in the early going, and Evergreen 5 out of 8. And they're getting some good shots inside. Richland stays with the man-to-man. Out of the backcourt comes Diamond. Diamond dribbles to the wing left, starts to go baseline, comes back to the middle, got his man up in the air, fed out to Neslin, who got called for a walk on his way to the hole. That was Derek Neslin, the 6'5 junior.
Boy, they pass the ball so well and know where everybody is on the court. You can definitely see they played a lot of ball together.
And a couple of times really overpassed.
Yeah, exactly right.
Not too many teams guilty of that.
No, actually, he had a wide open 3 that time and chose to pass it up.
And they bring in John Cannon, a 6'6 junior. Jones goes out. Inbounds pass to Robertson. Green shirts everywhere. Robertson now lets the traffic clear. Gets it to Buck. They come to trap him. He tries to dribble around it. And then dishes down the lane to Spoor for a one-hander good. He drove right in. Nice job taking it to the hole by Spoor. And a good pass from Buck. 14-9. And the Bombers needed that one badly. Out of the backcourt comes Diamond. Diamond comes wing left side. Buster, and on the drive to the hole. Pull up 10-footer. Bounces off. No good. Rebound. Good job by Spoor to knock it out of bounds. As it looked like Cannon would have had a easy tip in.
Yeah, Richland just needs to get dialed in and get used to the kind of intensity and the kind of quickness Evergreen has. They've had different teams play them like this. They just need to get dialed in and not let the score get away from them here early.
Diamond goes out, and Aaron Carlson, a 6-foot senior, comes in as they have plenty. Inside to Cannon. He has an easy lay-in and scores it. Bombers got lost. And that makes it 16-9. Full court press on in the backcourt. And here's Buck with a time count on. Bounce pass in the forecourt to Robertson. Boy, they do a good job trapping. It just never looks like there's anybody open to pass to. Now they're going to match up man-to-man as the trap unsuccessful that time. 16-9. Robertson moving in down the lane and dishing out to Spoor. Fakes the shot, doesn't take it. And he spins into the lane, puts it up on the move. It doesn't go, but he got fouled. That'll be the first foul against the Plainsmen. They don't do much fouling either, do they?
Well, they really don't. They have such tremendous quickness. They have guys double teaming the ball. Richland will pass it to the open man. By the time the ball gets there, Evergreen's reacted to it. They have tremendous. They really push the ball after a made basket. When the ball's shot, at least one or two of their players automatically just turns and sprints to the offensive end of the floor. Here you see Richland shooting. Evergreen already has two guys back at the offensive end of the floor waiting for a shot.
Here's Spoor with the first of two on the way and no good. Another one coming. We have 1:14 to go. We're in the first quarter. And the score is Richland trailing 16-9 to Evergreen. Spoor makes the second, 16-10. And here comes Nesland. Derek out of the backcourt. 6'5 junior, can handle the ball real well, real lean on the bony side. Trying to move on Buck, wants to take him into the lane, and then feeds off underneath to Jones. He's in there for Buster, and back to Jones, working on Cahill. He horses it up, and it won't go, but the rebound on the other side by Cannon, and he's fouled by Robertson on the way up with the ball.
Well, the key to offensive rebounding by a team is knowing when your players are going to take shots. And Evergreen runs a lot of plays and a lot of things, and they know when the ball gets into certain hands of people, they're going to shoot it, and their other players really go to the boards. And they're really just kind of beating Richland at their own game right now at the offensive end.
Here comes Andrew Coleman in the game, and Schultz will go out. That was the second foul on Robertson. So it's Buck, Cahill, Coleman, Spoor, and Robertson. And first shot by Cannon is good. And has Robertson even taken a shot yet? He has not even attempted a shot. Second shot, Cannon. Good. 18-10 in favor of Evergreen. Inbounds to Robertson. They trap him immediately. He's having trouble. He jumps a pass up to Buck, then lobs it down court to Coleman. Coleman wanted to attack the basket, but got stopped up. Out to Robertson for the quick three. It's off the rim, no good. The rebound fought for. Cahill couldn't save it. It's going to be out to... No, the official didn't see it. Rob Palmer's got to come in and help him out. And it is Evergreen ball. 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. And the Plainsmen lead by 8. In the backcourt, they get it into Derek Nesland, who calls out the play, bringing it ahead, handles the ball, as we said, extremely well for a very agile, bony, lean 6'5", and they've gone to spread it out to take the last shot here. Nesland to go one-on-one, and he does down the lane, and he's fouled. The foul's going to be on Cahill. Didn't quite get the body. Bomber fans don't like it. He was just standing there, but he didn't get the body in front of him, did he?
No, he really didn't. He attacked him on the side a little bit. And boy, it seems like Evergreen, they bring new players into the game. Every kid they bring into the game has tremendous skills.
Stack left of the lane. And then they put Sean Jansen out there. And there's a quick jumper by Cannon from about 18 feet by the big 6'6 junior, and he makes it. And it's a 10-point lead with 15 seconds to go. Spoor in the backcourt, gives it to Robertson. 10 seconds remaining. They come to get him. Cross-court pass, right corner. Buck doesn't shoot. 6 seconds on the clock. Now down to 4 seconds. Spoor driving and got in the paint, then dumps it off. Quick one by Cahill. In and out at the buzzer. The end of one. It's all Evergreen right now. We'll take 60-second timeout with a score. Evergreen 20, Richland 10. It's 33% on 3 of 9 shooting. Inbounds pass to Diamond. He drives down the lane. His shot's checked away by Schultz, taken by Cahill. Ahead to Spoor. 4 out of the backcourt. Bombers down 20-10. He drives, dishes to the corner. Robertson has an open 3. Good. 20-13. Diamond down court. No Richland pressure. They drop back into man-to-man now. Cannon still in there. The 6'6 junior for Bustrin. And Paul Jones as well underneath. Now out front with it, Jason Myers. He gives it up to Cannon. Low post to Jones. Turns on Robertson. Big height disadvantage for Richland. He dumps it outside to Diamond. Pull-up jumper from the foul line is short off the rim. Rebound comes to Robertson for the Bombers. Comes out of the backcourt in the transition. Neal finds Buck along the right wing. Got it down low to Schultz. He turns, goes around his man, lays it up, no good, but he got fouled by Cannon. That's a little bit better Bomber ball.
Yeah, that's 2 super possessions there by Richland when they really had to have them. They got a nice open 3 from Robertson, and that time they got the ball inside on the block to Schultz. I think hopefully they're settling down a little bit, getting used to the kind of pressure that Evergreen is able to give to them, and they can get into a flow.
Ash back in the game, and Buck goes out as Schultz goes to the line. Coverage sponsored in part by U.S. Bank, the home of all you need banking. Call 1-800-US Banks today. So here's Doug Schultz on the line. And Schultz has 4 points in the game. Here's the first of 2. Good. That cuts the lead to 6. Richland 3 of 9 in that first quarter, 33%. Evergreen 7 of 14 for 50%. And they out-rebounded the Bombers 7-4. Turnovers, Richland had 6 turnovers in the first quarter. Hope Schultz hits again. Evergreen had 4, but they got 5 points off Richland's turnovers. All right. Out of the backcourt, Diamond. Man-to-man. Low they go. Bustrin's back in. Works on Schultz. Had it knocked loose and out of bounds. It goes to the Bombers.
A great Bomber defense right there. They just double-teamed him. He forced the shot, and Richland really gained a lot of confidence.
Spore to throw in against the pressure. Brings it into Schultz. Right back to John. And to Ash. Ash starts to drive. They trap him. Cross-court pass to Robertson in the forecourt. Down the left corner, it goes to Schultz. He turns on Bustrin. Wants to drive on him. Backs away with a dribble. Then cross-court's a pass to Robertson. It's man-to-man defense. Trapping whenever possible. Nice pass to Ash for a lay-in. Oh, Neil Robertson with a good look to Damian. And the lead is cut to 3 with 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Diamond into the forecourt. That Diamond goes to the left corner with it to Myers. Jason Myers brings it out front. Gives it on top to Diamond. Or down to Diamond from Neslin. Low post of Jones, who puts it up and in. Jason Myers, excuse me. Quick pass, quick turn, and shot. Baseball pass ahead to Ash on the out-of-bounds play. Ash pulls up short of the 10-second line, gives it to Schultz in forecourt. 22-17 Plainsmen. 6 minutes to go. They trap Schultz, goes corner to Robertson, can't get the shot off, and he cross-courts a pass to Damian. Here comes a 3. It's off the rim. Schultz gets the rebound, steps around, puts it up, and good.
Richland starting to get some offensive rebounds.
5:50 remaining in the second quarter, and Evergreen calls for timeout. 5:47 to go. We'll take a 30-second break with the score. It's Evergreen 22 and Richland 19.
The law firm of Shea, Couple, and Clashke.
Back here at the Kingdom, Richland's starting to get in a little groove here, Don.
Yeah, just a super start of the second quarter. They've gained so much confidence in this last 2.5 minutes of this quarter. They now believe in what they're doing and understanding why it works and how it's going to work. And I think hopefully they can settle in. Important timeout here for Evergreen. Coach Hudson of Evergreen is a tremendous coach. I'm sure he's going to throw a little bit different wrinkle at Richland. They're going to have to be able to handle it.
Okay. 22-19. Plainsmen have the ball in the lead. Richland stays man-to-man defensively. Diamond into the forecourt. Sport giving him plenty of room. Left side, the jumper by Myers. Good again from 15. Damian was late. Jason Myers gets the basket. Into the front court now. And we get a foul called. And do you see who it was on?
No, I don't.
It's on Myers. It's on Myers. Team foul number 3. Lob in. It goes to Schultz driving baseline. Got fouled. Bustrin he's not as quick as Schultz. He has trouble keeping him off that baseline.
Now, Richland's had a lot of success getting the ball down inside to Schultz. Even though he's been double teamed at times, he's been able to split him and get a quality shot.
His first, 4th team foul. Sport to bring it in from underneath. Better hurry. Lobs it out on top. Bad pass. It was knocked loose and stolen. Ahead to Diamond. He's ahead of the pack. Here comes Cahill. He lays it up and missed it. And the rebound batted loose. Robertson had it, lost it. And Evergreen picks it off. Diamond's got it on the baseline. Dishes out front. Derek Neslin for three. Short. The rebound. This time it goes to Robertson, who clears him with the elbows. Here's Neal out of the backcourt. Bombers down 5, 24-19, and he's fouled by Diamond.
Evergreen's getting a little frustrated that Richland's staying this close to him, so they're starting to gamble and reach and claw a little bit. The referees are calling the fouls.
Evergreen's had only 2 close games. Early in the season, they beat Prairie by 6, and then Columbia River took the air out of the ball, and they beat them 33-31. Inbounds, it comes to Schultz. Baseline jumper. Yes! Schultz with 10. The lead is 3 again. Diamond into the forecourt. Spoor staying right with him. Backing away now. Diamond. They got Cannon and Bustard in there. 6'6" and 6'5". And down it goes to Bustard. He wants to go baseline. Got around Schultz for the lay-in and missed it. Cahill kept it alive. Cahill saved it. And it comes out to Spoor. Spoor races out of the backcourt. Now he pulls up. Evergreen gets back quickly. Chance for Richland to close in. Spoor on the drive. And they got fouled. He's fouled by Derek Neslin.
The biggest thing Richland's been able to do in the half court the last few times is they're no longer thinking about where everybody is. They're just playing basketball, and they're really attacking the basket. And that's the way Richland plays, and that's when they're the best, and they're doing a real good job of it right now.
The lineup is Ash, Spoor, Cahill, Schultz, and Robertson. And here's John Spoor to the line for 2. He has 3 points in the game. The first one is up. It is good. That cuts the lead to 2. And the senior eyeing the rim again. It's on the way. It's good. It's a 1-point game with 4:30 to go in the half. Matt Diamond up the court for the Plainsmen now. Diamond looking for somebody popping out. He wanted to hit Derek Neslin, but they reverse it. Bustrin comes out and he picks for Diamond. Now they got a mismatch underneath. And there's a pass across the key. But it went right. It was deflected, but went right to Cannon, who made a lay-in. Cahill was trying to cheat and provide a little weak side help, and they caught him on it. All right, into the forecourt. It's Robertson, 26-23 now. Ash. And now they look like there's a long 3. Robertson off the rim. The rebound taken by Diamond for Evergreen. Ahead to Neslin. Got a 2-on-1. Neslin all the way to the hole. He lays it in. Derek Neslin.
Evergreen in a straight zone now.
All right, 28-23. That was Newt Neslin that made it. Robertson, a 3 from the corner. Good.
He's going to be able to get some looks at it with Evergreen zone.
Back the other way. Bustrin ahead of the pack is knocked down and fouled. Oh, they called a walk. Holy cow. John Triplett, the Evergreen coach, can't believe it. Cahill with the contact. Bombers got a break on that one, I think, Coach.
Yeah, I think what happened was Evergreen threw the ball so fast that the referee was out of position. It was just a tremendous catch. There was definitely collision, but the referee couldn't catch up with the play. They were too quick.
3:25 in the half. Richland down 2 and has the ball. Here comes Spoor into the forecourt, walking the dribble across. They're not pressing, and as Don said, they've gone to the zone. I think the penetration has really hurt him here, and they've got out of that man-to-man. Left wing it goes to Damian. Ash back outside to Spoor. Now into the left corner for a Robertson triple. Off the rim, no good. The long rebound. Ash has it. It struggled for Damian. Got it. Feeds Spoor. Comes up. No, he gets it underneath the Schultz on the block. He goes by his man, dishes back outside. We got a foul called underneath, and it's going to be on Myers. Not Myers, excuse me. Yes, Jason Myers.
Boy, the Evergreen coaching staff is really upset. They believe the officiating in these last 2 calls are really going the other way. The whole flow of the game's getting out of their hand, and they're not happy.
Well, in the first quarter, there were 4 fouls called on the Bombers and 1 on Evergreen. Now there's been 6 called on the 6 called against Evergreen and none on Richland this quarter. So Richland into the bonus. 1-1 for Schultz. He has 10 points here in the half. 2 for 2 from the line, and the senior puts it up, and it's in and out. And the rebound is cleared by Cannon for Evergreen. Plainsmen by 2. 2:50 to go in the first half. Out of the backcourt with it goes Diamond. Matt Diamond picked up by Ash. He wants to take him into the lane, nearly fell down, kept the dribble. Now he stopped up. Now he works his way in and faced Cannon for a jumper, good from the baseline.
Boy, he is so tough penetrating the basketball. He has tremendous vision.
He is, and they make you pay. They don't miss many of those short shots. Cannon off the bench with 10 points, 30-26 Evergreen. Here's the zone pressure in front court. Spoor has it out front. Schultz is at the high post. They go left wing to Ash. Now back out on top to Spoor. Looks left, goes to Schultz for the jump shot. In and out, and it stays out. And the rebound by Cannon. He lost it out of bounds, though, but it's off the Bombers.
Evergreen playing a real flat 3-2 zone. Got one of their taller people on the point. The weakness on that's going to be exactly in the middle where Schultz got it, and also on the baseline. Robertson's been able to get a couple of those threes on the baseline.
Bustrin goes out of the game now. He's their leading scorer, averaging 20 a game. He has been shut out so far, and Paul Jones comes in to replace him. 30-26, Plainsmen lead with 2:08 to go in the half. Diamond out of the backcourt. Diamond finds, it's deflected out of bounds by Spohr as he tried to get it to Derek Neslin, the 6'5 junior who's back in the game now.
Yeah, we got Bone coming in here to guard Derek Neslin. Boy, this guy's tremendous offensive
Actually, it's
talent.
Eric Buck. It's not Bone.
Oh, it's Buck, right.
Out on top, and it's Diamond getting the inbounds pass. He drives to the baseline, shut off. They double him there. He squirts between them. Nice speed to Cannon for the lay-in. Oh, God, that was pretty.
A great point guard.
They are just breaking him down with Diamond's penetration. 32-26 the score. So it's 4 straight now for Evergreen. Up against the zone, corner to Spohr. Spohr's double team, tried to dribble on the baseline. Cross court's a pack to Buck for a long three. That's going to come up well short. It's an air ball. Rebound, Cannon. He gets it to Diamond. Diamond out of the backcourt up the right side with a minute and a half to go. And Evergreen leading 32-26. And out front, Diamond calls out the play. And takes the drive. Into the paint he goes. Wants to dish. Does corner. Derek Neslin to three. Off. No good. Cahill with a tough board. He clears it to Robertson. Richland hasn't scored for a while. Minute 10 and a half. Here's Robertson with a quick three. Good. 32-29. And on the break, Derek Neslin makes contact with the Bombers. But he feeds underneath for a lay-in. Good by his brother. And he's fouled.
Boy, what a tremendous pass to his brother. I don't know how he's seen him. It was just great on-court vision.
Okay. And so Derek Neslin with a chance to complete the three-point play here. And the shot is on the way and good. And it's 35-29, so they get their own three-point play, and the lead's back to 6 here. Bombers bringing it up against pressure, which gets relaxed. 50 seconds to go in the half. Robertson around the right wing with it. On top to Buck. They're back in man-to-man. Cahill down low, fakes his man off his feet, missed the lay-in. The rebound cleared by the Plainsmen. Outlet it up the court it comes, and there is Newton Neslin underneath. Out to Derek Neslin, underneath the Cannon. Got inside position on Schultz and makes the lay-in.
Boy, tremendous pass.
And the lead is back to 8 now with a half a minute to go in the first half. 37-29. Cahill in the backcourt. He takes it across the 10-second line. Cahill with a bounce pass, tough one. It's loose on the floor. Going to get a held ball. It'll be out to Richland. Not a good pass that time by Cahill. Should have left it out. Should have held it outside there. 15 seconds to go. Robertson to Schultz to Spohr. 10 seconds. Looking for Robertson. Now Spohr driving. Richland's missed the last 6 shots they've taken. Evergreen's hit its last 6 shots. That's what it is. And ball's knocked out of bounds at midcourt with 3.5 seconds to go. The Bombers going to be tough to get a shot off here. Actually slightly in backcourt where Spohr will inbound. Gets it into Robertson. Robertson on the drive. Steps around and feeds Schultz, who puts it up at the buzzer, and no good. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with halftime stats with the score at the intermission. It is Evergreen 37, Richland 29. Back here, Frank Murray, along with Don Manili at the Kingdome, as Richland trailing Evergreen at halftime 37-29. Here's the individual scoring in the first half. And, boy, they did well off the bench. John Cannon, their 6'6 junior, came off the bench for Evergreen and scored 14 points in that first half. And Newton Neslin, who doesn't usually start but did start today, hit for 13 points in the first half. So those two combined for 27 of their 37 points. Paul Jones had a pair of field goals for 4, as did Jason Myers. And Matt Diamond and Derek Neslin had 2 each. And Paul Bustrin, their center, who averages 20 a game, shut out in the first half, and it didn't matter. Yeah, it's incredible. The leading scorer on the team doesn't even score, and you don't even notice the impact of him not doing that. They have an incredible basketball team. For Richland, the leading scorer was Doug Schultz. He had 10, 4 4 field goals, 2 of 3 from the line. 9 points for Neil Robertson on 3 threes. 5 points for Damian Ash on a pair of field goals, one of them a three-pointer. And John Spoor hit 3 out of 4 from the line, plus a field goal for 5 points in the first half of play. This WIAA event brought to you by Ernst Home and Garden Nursery, where your complete satisfaction with every product you buy is unconditionally guaranteed. No in the first half either for either team. Robertson picked up quick 2 in the first quarter, but that was it. And with 10 players, Evergreen had 1 player with 2, but they're so well distributed, nobody else has more than 1 foul in the first half. They kind of withstood that Bomber run there that got them back close and up the lead there in the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, they really did. They appear to be one of those teams that there's a team of runs. They'll make a lot of streaks at you, and Richland did a really nice job of settling down into their offense, moving the ball. Richland is so much more effective when Doug Schultz gets a chance to handle the ball as often as he can at the offensive end. And Evergreen went into that zone, allowed Robertson to be able to free up and spot up for some jump shots and be able to score. I think the real problem Richland has to face right now is how are they going to deal with DeMant, the point guard. He's just incredible. They tried to go zone, so they were able to pass the ball and create open shots, so they went man-to-man. They go 1-4 baseline. He just creates, draws the defense, dishes to the open man. They've got to find a way to stop him and try and be able to neutralize him somewhat in the half court. Otherwise, Richland's only chance is going to be to outscore him. And right now, Evergreen's putting up 37 points, and that could be difficult to do.
Okay, we're going to be back. Take a look at the rest of the statistics. Kingdom Frank Murray along with Don Manili at halftime. Richland trailing Evergreen 37-29. In the girls tournament, the last game completed, Shadle Park eliminated Rogers 63-46. So Shadle will meet Meade tomorrow in a loser-out game, the winner to place on Saturday, and the loser season will be over tomorrow, Meade and Shadle. Don't forget, coming up after this game, Kamiakin Braves meet the Mercer Island Islanders as those teams go at it at scheduled for 1:30. We're going to get started a little late on that as this one did. Bombers come back out on the floor. A good Richland crowd here today. There was yesterday, and there's even more here today. And but I'll tell you, they get their work cut out for them against Evergreen. They're playing hard, though. They're playing well, and after about the first quarter, they really kind of got into the feel of things, Don.
Yeah, I think probably what happened a little bit in that first quarter is they were thinking too much about their game plan and all the little things they had to do. And sometimes as a basketball player, when you start thinking, you quit playing and you quit moving your feet and you quit reacting. The basketball game's a game of reaction. They got back into man-to-man defense, and they just kind of got back into the Bomber way there a little bit and really looked good. They just have to find a way to stop DeMant and all the problems that he poses, and they need to continue to get offensive rebounds and second shots at the offensive end of the court.
Of course, the winner of this game will go into the semifinals tomorrow night at 6:30. The loser will play at noon tomorrow against the loser of the next game between Mercer Island and Kamiakin. We're almost set for the second half. Let's take a 60-second break, and then we'll be back with the second half of today's game with the score at halftime: Evergreen 37 and Richland 29. Quarterfinal game, and it'll be Evergreen's ball out of bounds, and they're going to start Newton Eslin, Matt Diamond, Paul Jones, Paul Bustrin, and Jason Myers. Same 5 that started the game, and the little change for Richland. Spoor is starting instead of Bone. Robertson, Ash, Cahill, and Schultz. Here we go, 37-29 in favor of the Plainsmen. And away we go. Richland applying some pressure at midcourt. And the pass in is knocked loose by Cahill, and it's stolen by Robertson. So here come the Bombers now. You don't often see a steal on the inbounds play to start the second half. Here's Robertson around the left side in the corner. It's Damian, fakes the 3, drives the ball outside. Now he cross-courts a pass to Robertson. Robertson on the drive, pull-up jump shot. Good! Oh, that was a tough shot from 15.
Great shot.
37-31 Evergreen. Diamond out of the backcourt. Spoor picking him up, giving him plenty of room. His penetration has been key. Fakes the shot, got low to Bustrin, works on Schultz. He shoots over him from 8 and slides off, no good. Schultz gets the rebound, and he's fouled by Paul Jones.
Well, they tried to go right to Bustrin, the kid who hadn't scored in the first half, to try and get him going and get him out of the blocks, and still unable to score.
Yeah, and he's got Cahill on him and not Schultz. All right, inbound. Spoor in the backcourt, gives it up to Robertson. And Robertson to Ash. Ash trying to get down the sideline. He did into the forecourt, double teamed and fouled, and the foul is going to be on Newt Nesland. Bombers down 6.
Boy, Evergreen looks to double team any opportunity they can to try and get you to create a turnover.
Robertson to try and bring it in. Does so to Spohr. Spohr out front, guarded by Diamond. Looking for Robertson running baseline. Gets him out of the wing, but his man's there. Back to Spohr. Penetrates inside. Pull-up jumper from 10, and it rolled off. No good. There was good help. He nearly stole it in the rebound, does Spohr, but it's taken away by Bustrin. Up to Diamond. And Spohr gets back in the play now. Now to Bustrin on the perimeter. Wants to drive on Schultz. Puts it up in the lane over Schultz. Partially blocked by Schultz, but the rebound is taken by Diamond. Goes baseline and flips it outside to Jones for an 18-footer. It's no good. The rebound. Spohr had it. Lost it out of bounds. 37-31. Evergreen. 6:44 to go, third quarter.
Yeah, Bustrin again trying to force the shot. Trying to get off the mark. Unable to do it.
Inbounding the ball for a lay-in underneath Jones, and again Richland gets lost on the out-of-bounds play. And the score is 39-31. Long baseball pass to Schultz ahead of the pack up against Bustrin. He puts it up over him. It won't go, but he's fouled. And again, the Plainsmen fans and their coaching staff cannot believe the call.
Yeah, that called on Bustrin again. A kid who just had some tough luck at the other end comes down, and Schultz takes it right at him and draws the foul.
Okay, so the line goes Schultz for 2. He's 2 out of 3 from the line, has 10 points in the game. And getting set. Here's the first one up. It is good. And one more coming. 6:32 to go in the third. Bombers are down 7. And Doug getting ready with his second one. Big bend to the knees, and the shot rolls in there. Hit off the front rim and kissed off the glass and in. 39-33 Evergreen. Been a good game. Richland has not played poorly at all. Diamond into the forecourt. Diamond wants to go one-on-one with Spohr. Spohr cut him off. Diamond brings it back out front. Still got the dribble going. Looking as they've got Newton Nesland running baseline. And the pass comes off the wing. It goes to Myers. Back outside to Diamond. Pass to Jones. He lost it. His pass is intercepted by Spohr. He couldn't handle it, but Ash got it for Richland. Fires to Spohr. Spohr wanted to drive. Backs off to the wing. Cross court to Neal. Neal comes up firing from 23. Off the rim, no good. Rebound underneath. Cleared by the Plainsmen. They got 3-on-1 the other way. And the middle man is Diamond. He drives down the lane, and he got checked and fouled by Robertson. Robertson claiming he got all ball, but that'll be his third foul.
Boy, Diamond is one of those players that has the ability to run full speed and still be able to dribble the ball in control.
Subs coming in as Cannon comes in, and Derek Nesland come in. Out goes Myers and Jones. That wasn't a shooting foul, they said, so it's a stack left of the lane. And Diamond gets it in to Derek Nesland underneath the Cannon, working on Cahill. Jumps it up over him from 10 and rolled it off. No good. Tipped up and in by Bustrin. Schultz jumped too soon that time. Bustrin's first hoop of the game. Inbounds pass knocked loose. Nesland saved it, but went to Robertson. Richland has numbers if they can take advantage. Spohr into the forecourt. They get back quickly. Bounce pass left wing Robertson. 41-33 as Robertson drives baseline. Tried to feed to Cahill. Made a bad pass stolen by Bustrin to Diamond. Collision with Spohr. No whistle. Out of the backcourt, Diamond. Diamond looks, gives the left side to Nesland, to Derek Nesland, corner for 3. Off the rim, no good. And nobody went for the rebound, and Cannon got it. Cannon up with a shot, and he's fouled. Bombers are so busy blocking off, nobody went for the ball.
Yeah, they had everybody blocked off, but they didn't, as you say, didn't go for the rebound.
Cahill picks up number 2, and we're going to get a Richland timeout. 5:12 to go in the third. Let's take a 30-second break with the score. Evergreen 41, Richland 33. Boards key here in this third quarter. Evergreen's out-rebounded Richland 6-1. Neither team shooting well, but Evergreen getting a lot more shots. They're 2 of 7 with 4 offensive boards, and Richland 1 out of 3 with 1 offensive board. How'd you like to $300 worth of free gasoline? That's free BP gasoline. Well, it's possible with a new BP Visa card. In addition to no fees, the card offers rebates on BP fuel up to 3. So here's John Cannon to the line to shoot 2 free throws. He had 14 first-half points off the bench. And it's 41-33, now 42-33. And if he hits here, it matched their longest lead of the game as Phil spent time out there, Don, and he's only got one left.
Yeah, he's a little bit concerned about where the ball is on the court and allowing Evergreen to be trapped by it, I'm sure.
Cannon hits them both. It's a 10-point lead. Spohr running the sideline, lobbing it into Robertson. He got ahead of the pack. They got a quick 3-on-2, but Neal's going to set it up. Goes to the corner to Damian. Fakes the shot. Goes to the dribble. Whips it outside to Spohr. John right of the lane now with the dribble. Now at the high post to Cahill. Nice pass to Schultz under for the lay-in. Good.
Great high-low passing game. Nice pass by Cahill.
Nice look by Cahill. 43-35. 4:50 to go in the third. And down court, the Plainsmen. Right corner, it goes to Newton Eslin. Pass underneath, intercepted by Ash. Turnover, bounce pass to Spohr. Gonna bring it out of the backcourt. Plainsmen back defensively. Pressure, Diamond on Spohr out front. Spins away from him. John down the lane. Corner, it goes Damian. Here comes the three. Yep. Spohr broke it down that time nicely. 43-38, 5-point lead in the backcourt. Diamond, he's ahead of Spohr into the forecourt. Now he holds it up. 4:20 to play in the third. 10-point lead's been cut in half. Matt Diamond. Diamond to the left wing to Newton Eslin. Eslin with Robertson on him. Holds the ball. The count is on. Got rid of it in time on top to Bustrin. Guarded by Schultz. Bustrin wants to drive on Schultz. Takes him down the lane. Puts it up no good, but he's fouled. And the foul's on Robertson, and that's 4. Schultz has none, but it would have been nice to get it on him, but that's not the way it went, and Eric Buck will have to come in to replace Robertson, who goes out with 4:02 remaining in the third with his 4th foul.
Evergreen is so hard to defend because they run very few plays creating screens for people. They try and create space for people and allow them to penetrate. That time they got it to Bustrin at the top, cleared it out, and he just took it right down the lane.
So here's Paul Bustrin on the line, his first free throw of the day, and it is no good. That did not look good at all from the time he released it.
Yeah, that was ugly.
So the 6'5 senior, averaging 20 points a game, has struggled. He has 2 in the game, and he has another free throw coming. It's on the way, and it is good. 44-38. In the backcourt, trying to get it in his Buck. He lobs it toward midcourt to Cahill. Cross-court pass to Schultz, flying up the left side. Going to take it all the way. Ooh, nearly walked. Nice double pump fake, and he did get fouled. He got fouled by Derek Neslin.
Yeah, Schultz hollering at his teammates right there. He wants the ball.
Okay. Palmer will be, Eric Buck will be in rounding the ball as Rob Palmer will give him the ball underneath. Stack left of the lane. Let's see what they do with it. They come way out on top with it to Spohr. He penetrates to the foul line and dishes to Cahill for a 15-footer. No good, but he got fouled. He's fouled by Newton Eslin on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Evergreen gambles so much in defensively. They're diving into the lane, trying to get steals. They rotate over and double team. It just really takes you out of your offensive rhythm and creates shots for other people. It's really hard to get into some kind of a pattern against them.
Out goes Newton Eslin, and Jason Myers in to replace him. Cahill hasn't scored in the game. 54% free throw shooter, and he draws a pair here with the Bombers down 6, 3:52 remaining in the third. The first one is no good. Jeff with another one coming. Sets, here it comes. Swish. That cuts the lead to 5 again, 44-39 with 3:50 to go in the third. Still a long way to go in this one. Diamond out of the backcourt. Diamond trying to drive on Spohr. Took it in the lane, put it up in the move. It goes. Oh, what a shot. Matt Diamond, the 5'10" point guard.
He just took the game over that time.
Spohr drives it into the forecourt. Down the lane he goes and dishes in the corner to Cahill. He goes baseline and flips it outside to Eric Buck for an open 3. It's short off the rim. Schultz had the rebound, lost it, but Damian got it. Ash brings it out to the wing. He's going to try the 3 under pressure, and it's missed badly, but the Plainsmen knock it out of bounds. Great hustle by Bustrin as he dove over the end line trying to get it.
Boy, Evergreen all over the place. Actually, the ball was shot so poorly they couldn't rebound it.
Spohr to inbound. And has to bring it out on top to Buck. Right wing it goes to Cahill. To Schultz straight away from 18. Swish. Doug Schultz got it. He's got 16 points. It cuts the gap to 5 again. 3:10 to go in the third as Diamond goes down the lane and dishes to Bustrin. Nearly faked himself into walking, but he shoots and hits from 17 feet.
Yeah, Diamond last 2 times, penetration again, hurting Richland big time.
Buck inbounds to Cahill against the pressure. Now to Buck, 48-41 in favor of Evergreen. 2:50 to go in the third. Buck out of the backcourt, flips it up the left side to Cahill along the baseline. Jeff brings it out with a dribble to the high post, dishes to Damian. Got an open three short. The rebound down to Buck. Back out to Damian. Looks to fire again. He drives on in, dishes to Buck for a three. High rainbow. Hits the top of the backboard. The rebound by Derek Neslin. Out of the backcourt, up the left side to Bustrin. Going to go all the way to the hole and lay it up, and it won't go. Tip, no good. Rebound. Bombers under there. Out with it comes Damian. Here's a fast break, 2-on-1, but they're both on the same side of the floor. Ash to Buck. Now to Damian. Going to fire another three. Good. The lead is cut to 4, 48-44 with 2:10 to play in the third quarter. Out of the backcourt. Diamond penetrates into the lane and then dishes off to Derek Neslin. Back in the corner to Diamond. Cannon's posting Cahill underneath. Diamond with the ball. Passes into Bustrin now. Works on Schultz. One by him for a little 8-footer. Good.
Bustrin really getting a lot more confident in his shot now, looking for offensive opportunities.
He's got 7 in this quarter and 7 in the game. 50-44. 1:40 to go in the third. Spoor in the backcourt trying to get it up floor against the pressure. Hits Cahill. Cahill got to bring it across. He does. Then picks up the dribble, gives to Spoor. Bombers said both teams look a little tired out there. This has been an intense game, a very good game. And Richland has refused to wilt in this one. It's playing a team that's got a lot more talent, but they've done that before. Pass low post to Schultz. They double him. He tries to pivot out of it. Underneath, goes to the dribble. Finds Cahill underneath. Out to Ash, but before that happens, there's a foul on Cannon.
Well, you got to give Richland a lot of credit. Evergreen has just kept coming at him and coming at him. They've been trying to put him away. Richland really has done the things that they've tried to do to put themselves in a position to win this game. And you look up and they're only down 6.
And subs coming in for both teams to give them a breather. Schultz goes out, and so does Spoor. Bone's back in the game, and Coleman's in the game. And in it comes to Bone. Now top to Cahill. Now underneath the Bone in the lane. Out to Damian. He fires a three. Yes! And he ends up on the seat of his britches, but there's no call. Damian with 3 trays in this quarter, and he's cut the lead to 3. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Off the right wing it goes. And on the drive there is Aaron Carlson into the corner, who's in the game. Neslin underneath for the shot. Bustrin. It rolls in there with the left hand. Boy, he's talented. He's got 9 in this period now, and the lead back to 5, 52-47. 38 seconds to go. In the backcourt, Buck to Bone. Got to get it across, baby. Here's Bone driving it across the 10-second line. Looking, he's got Damian. Ash out on the with the dribble between the circles. He's got the big guy Bustrin on him now, and a little bit of a mismatch here. He gives it up to Bone. Clock's down to 20 seconds as the Bombers look to go for one shot. 52-47 in favor of Evergreen. Buck now out to Bone. Bone with the dribble going. The count is on him. He gives it up to Buck. We're down to 8 seconds to go. Got to go. Here's Buck driving to the wing, looking for Damian. He's got it in the corner. Fakes, can't shoot. He's going to shoot anyway from 3. It's an air ball. The rebound. Bustrin throws it the length of the court. The end of 3, we take 60 with the score. Evergreen 52 and Richland 47. 52-47 Evergreen as we go to the fourth quarter, and Schultz and Robertson back in there, Don.
I think the longer that Richland can stay close, it's going to be their advantage. I'm not sure Evergreen's been in that many close games, and it may play on them psychologically a little bit.
Okay, Ash at midcourt to fire in to start the fourth quarter as the Bombers get it. Ash is in there with Buck and Robertson. Cahill and Schultz. Robertson's got it out front, guarded by Diamond. Bounce pass corner to Ash. They come to trap him. He looks, dishes back outside to Neal around to pick. Doesn't look for the shot. Now to Ash. Driving right in front of our microphones. Out on top he goes. Now to Eric Buck. Finds Schultz top of the circle. Schultz wants to drive on Bustrin. Goes by him in the lane, and he's fouled by Bustrin. And Paul Bustrin, that's his third foul, and it's team foul 7, and that'll put Schultz on the line.
Yeah, nice job by Richland that time, showing some patience. Robertson actually had a shot that he probably could have taken, chose not to, moved the ball around, got the ball to Schultz where he could put the ball on the floor and draw the foul.
Schultz was 16 points in the game. He had 6 in that third quarter. Damian Ash had 3 threes in that third quarter for 9 points. It really helped things, particularly when Robertson went to the bench with 4 fouls. So Schultz with 1 and 1. He's made 4 out of 5 from the line. On the year, 60%. The shot is no good. The rebound tapped out of bounds, and it's out to Richland. They said Bustrin hit it out.
Yeah, the official looked like he wasn't real sure who he was going to give that to either, but it's a good break for Richland.
They both kind of looked like they hit it. Stack left of the lane. John Spohr to throw in now. Got it into Cahill. Cahill going to go into the gap, put it up from short range. It doesn't go. It falls off. He wrestles for the rebound. It's loose. It's volleyball around, and the Plainsmen got it. Myers ahead to Diamond. Here's the fast break. 3-on-2. Diamond down the lane, and he dishes. And it is Myers for a jump shot. Jones. Good. Paul Jones got it. Rattled it home. Big turnaround there. Could have been 3. Instead, the lead is 7 with 7:10 to go. 54-47. All right, Spohr in the backcourt, working his way up against Derek Neslin. Spohr right of the lane in forecourt. Schultz wanted the ball on top, but Spohr didn't give it to him. Now he picks up the dribble right of the lane. Looks for help down low to Schultz. They come to double him. He got to get it out of there. Tried to pass to Cahill. Bad pass. It was stolen away by Myers. Ahead it comes to Diamond. Diamond down the lane and the dish underneath for the lay-in. Neslin good.
Oh, Diamond again, just absolutely dissecting him.
And that ups the lead to 9 with 6:36 to play. Coleman going to check in at the next dead ball. Here's Robertson. Giving it up to Spohr against the pressure. And Spohr still in the backcourt. Now he gets it across. Spohr gives it up to Robertson. Has an open 3. Somebody flew at him. He missed the shot. The rebound. Spohr is there. He lost it. So did Cahill. It's on the floor, and we're going to get a traveling violation against Evergreen.
Yeah, the kid Floyd Robertson just made him rush the shot just a little bit.
Schultz comes out of the game now as Coleman goes in. 56-47 in favor of Evergreen. Spohr will inbound, and John Cannon comes back in for the Plainsmen, and out goes Bustrin. Wonder if that's a situation substitution. When Schultz goes out, he goes out.
Yeah, it could be. Good timing by Evergreen anyway.
Stack right of the lane. Spohr to inbound from underneath. 9-point lead for the Plainsmen. Spohr gets it in underneath to Cahill. They triple him. Out to Robertson. Open 3 from the wing. Off the rim, no good. Ash kept it alive, but it's picked off by Myers. Or Jones, rather. Paul Jones to Myers. And here's Diamond bringing it into the front court. 6 minutes to go, and Evergreen with the ball in a 9-point lead. And they're going to spread the floor. Here's Diamond. Trying to work one-on-one, goes to Neslin. They did this early in the fourth quarter yesterday, too. Neslin drives and puts it up, and it's no good in the rebound. Coleman with a tough board for Richland. Here's Damian out of the backcourt up the left side. Ash cross-court to pass to Robertson. Robertson's got to get his feet under him, start hitting some trays here in this fourth quarter. Out it comes to Spohr. Spohr with Diamond on him now. 5:30 to go. And Diamond knocks it loose into the backcourt. They wrestle for it. It's loose on the floor. He got it away nicely to Cannon. Underneath to Neslin for the lay-in. Good. Longest lead of the game now. 11 points. 5:18 remaining. Here is Ash driving up the left side in front court. Back outside to Robertson now. Bombers got to maintain their cool here. And they do. They're patient. On the right wing, Spohr. In the left corner, it goes to Ash. Ash. Dribbling out on top. Now he picks up the dribble. Left corner to Robertson. Can't get the shot off. Now to Damian. Neal won it in the corner, but it's too late now. He got it to him on the wing. Chested up by Diamond. They double him. Out front, it comes to Ash. Now to Spohr on the wing for a 3. That's off the rim, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for 3. And it was Jones that ran him down. Paul Jones.
Yeah, I think Phil Neal only has one timeout left.
Yeah, he does. He only has one left.
I'm sure he would have liked to have taken one right there, but he knows that he's going to need it at the end.
58-47 in favor of Evergreen. And the Bombers are scoreless here in this fourth quarter. Spohr with 3 free throws. The first one in and out, back in again. 58-48. That's correct.
Interesting to see how long Schultz stays out of this.
Another one. Good by Spohr. He has 1 remaining. This broadcast is a special production of KONA Radio in Tri-Cities, Washington, under rights granted to Broadcasting Sports Productions by the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association. Any rebroadcast or other use of the accounts and descriptions of this event without the express written permission of Broadcasting Sports Production in Seattle is prohibited. Through 3 quarters, the Bombers hitting just 39%, Evergreen 54%. Third shot by Spohr. He rolled that one in, so he got 3 needed points there. It cuts the gap to 8, 58-50. Bombers pressing in the backcourt. Derek Neslin with it. Lobs it over to Diamond, who brings it into the forecourt now. Through 3 quarters, turnovers were 9-8. Richland with the 8 turnovers. Down the lane, Diamond lost control of it, and we're going to get a travel on him. Evergreen thought he got held, but Paul Hendrickson made the call.
Evergreen choosing to go to 4-corner spread. It could backfire on him.
In it comes to Robertson. Now to Spohr. Now back to Robertson. In the backcourt, he passes up to Ash, not across yet. Damian passes it across to Coleman. He lost it out of bounds.
Boy, the relentless pressure of Evergreen. They press and double at any opportunity they can. They never let you bring the ball just walking up the basketball floor.
58-50. They did. I was mentioning they went to the 4 corners yesterday early, but what they did, they weren't freezing the game. They were just trying to get people one-on-one. And like you say, that's what they look to do anyway. But when they spread the court, they even have more room. And it looks like Diamond's got some blood on him, so he's going to have to go out of the game. So they get bandaged up. Oh, he's going to put an elbow. No, they're just going to wipe it off. We have 4:18 to go in the game, and Evergreen is leading Richland 58-50. He thought and here comes the sub. Phil Neal going, hey, where's the sub? He can't just go over and wipe it off when they call timeout for him. Aaron Carlson replaces Diamond, who just goes and sits at the scorer's bench and will check in at the next dead ball. Evergreen ball in the backcourt. And they get it into Derek Neslin, the 6'5 junior, driving it up court against Damian Ash. And he takes it into the forecourt. 4:10 to go, 58-50 Evergreen, and they have the floor spread. 5-second count is on. Neslin gets the ball up to Carlson. Carlson drives and then dishes back outside to Neslin. 4 minutes to go in the game. And Evergreen is leading by 8. And Neslin down the lane. Nice feed for the lay-in cannon. No good, but he's fouled by Cahill.
Boy, you are correct. They absolutely look to score out of that. They penetrate the ball, and the bottom guys really come toward the basket and dish and create good shots.
Cannon with 16 points on the bench, only 2 in this half. Diamond goes right back out of the game, or right back into the game, and Carlson goes out. So Cannon, who today at the line has made 4 of 4, goes there with 2. Here's the first one on the way. It is good. 59-50 Evergreen. And another one coming. Cannon up. Good. 60-50. Inbounds, and Spohr lost it out of bounds. Again, the pressure. He couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, they just turned around and threw it to the guard, and Diamond came running up and pressured him into kicking it out of bounds.
Here comes Eric Buck back into the game for Richland, and Ash goes out. And Richland does not have a field goal in this 4th quarter. 3 free throws by Spohr is all they have. And we have 3:54 remaining in the game. And again, that defensive pressure. Again under Schultz with an unbelievable block. What did they call? The body foul on him. Unbelievable call. Rob Palmer, what are you thinking of?
Boy, Coach Neal is all the way across half court.
Past midcourt. Oh, my star. And to boot, it was a late whistle.
Yeah, and I think Doug Schultz probably under normal situations would have got a technical foul on that. Probably Coach Neal also, but I think the official recognized that he blew the call and wasn't going to make 2 mistakes.
Bustron will get 2 free throws out of this after he got his lunch by Schultz. So Bustron, who's come on to score 9 points in the second half with 2 free throws, and he hits the first. 61-50. 3:52 remaining. And the Bombers need to start pumping in some points here. No field goals in the 4th quarter for Richland so far. Here's the next shot, Bustron. It is good. 62-50. And Buck trying to inbound it, gets it into Cahill. Cahill against the pressure in backcourt, gives it to Buck. He's across the 10-second line. They trap him down on the left corner. Spohr coming up for 3. It's an air ball. And the rebound is taken, and we're going to get a Myers was standing out of bounds. Richland ball.
Boy, Evergreen, they just keep coming at you. Just press and trap all over the court.
62-50. Spohr to inbound. Here comes the shot. Got into Schultz in the paint. Turns around, goes to the hole by Bustron, and he got fouled. And the foul is on Derek Neslin, his 3rd. 3:36 to go. There's still time, but the Bombers got to start scoring some points.
They really do. Richland's gone to a full court press to try and create some turnovers off of this. Evergreen handles the ball so well, it'll be interesting to see if it has an impact.
So Myers goes out, and Cannon comes in. Schultz with 1 and 1, 16 points in the game. He missed his last free throw. Here's the shot. Good. 62-51 Evergreen with 3:36 to play. And one more coming. Remember, Mercer Island and Kamiakin coming up after this game, so stay with us. Doug getting ready on the line. And here's the shot. It is in. 62-52, 3:36 to go. Press on in the backcourt, and Buck fouls Diamond. And that's foul number 1. It's team foul number 5, which is important because Richland's going to have to start fouling soon anyway. 3:34 to go. 10-point lead for the Plainsmen. Into Diamond. Richland wants to throw his Joan trap up against him. He passes ahead to Neslin at midcourt. Got a quick 3-on-2. And he dishes down low to Cannon. And he had a strip loose and stolen by Cahill. Clears it to Spoor. 3:20 to go. Spoor out of the backcourt. Calls out the play. Drives down the right sideline. Brings it out front to Buck. He's got an open 3 off the rim. No good. The rebound. Spoor with a good board. Heads to the corner. Then finds Buck again. Going to fire again for 3. It's no good again. Schultz the rebound inside. He comes up with a lay-in, and it goes. 62-54. The lead is cut to 8 with 2:54 to go. Diamond in the backcourt. Passes back to Newt Neslin, who's in there. Newt down to the top of the circle. Dishes back outside to Diamond now. Evergreen's an excellent free throw shooting team. 2:42 and counting. 8-point lead. Diamond drives right down the lane. Puts it up. Blocked by Schultz underneath. Robertson ripped it loose. It's loose on the floor. And it's a held ball, and it's out to Evergreen.
Boy, Richland did a nice job of preventing that layup by Diamond. Got their hand on the ball. Stripped it. They're getting some shots. They just need to make a couple of those threes. Their legs are a little bit tired. They put so much effort into breaking all this pressure that Evergreen's got at them. They're just going to have to reach down and hit a couple of these threes, and maybe just hit one and energize the whole club.
2:36 to go in the game. 62-54 Evergreen. Plainsmen have led virtually all the way. Okay. Diamond to inbound from underneath. Richland has trouble defending these out-of-bounds plays. They get it into Buster and along the baseline. Strict through from Cahill out to Neslin. Newt Neslin has it now out front. 2:29 to go. They spread the floor again. And Newt on the drive. And they come to trap him. And Spoor took the ball away. And it's 3-on-2 the other way. Spoor in the lane. He backs up. Looks for help. Out to Neal. Neal to the wing. That goes to Cahill. Cahill to Spoor out on top. Spoor drives. Dishes to Cahill in the corner. Out to Neal. 62-54. 2:06 to go. A little patience now as Buck drives into the lane, and he lays it up, and it won't go. Tip no good by Buck. Rebound by Evergreen. And they come to get him, and they get the pass away. They got a 4-on-2 fast break. But Derek Neslin going to bring it out front. Excellent opportunity for the Bombers, went awry. Out front to Diamond now with 1:47 to go. Diamond brings it back out front, and now he goes back down the lane. Then he dishes back outside. 62-54 with 1:38 to go. And Newt Neslin throws the ball out of bounds. No, it was deflected by Richland. Tipped out. Here comes Ash back into the game. And they're probably going to take out Cahill, I would imagine. No, it's going to be Buck. I was thinking they'd get another guard in there. But Buck goes out. Ash is a little quicker. Neslin into Diamond into the backcourt. Spoor with him there. Down to 1:30. The Bombers got to start fouling, and Spoor fouls Diamond.
Boy, Richland's just putting a tremendous amount of pressure on their people. You've got to give Evergreen a lot of credit. They're really maintaining their poise. Their spacing is good. They're a quality basketball team.
Diamond to the line, 1:28 to go. He hasn't been to the line today. He shoots 1 and 1, has 4 points in the game, but he just controls the game. 5'10" senior, ready at the line. The shot is in and out. He missed it. The rebound, and it's underneath. Cannon grabbed it, or Jones rather, and Evergreen keeps it. Another golden opportunity gone awry for Richland. And they're trapping as Neslin, out to Neslin. Right wing it goes to Jones. Passes out on top. 1:14 to go. Now the Bombers can't even foul him. Diamond goes down the lane. Great pass to Busterin, and he's fouled by Schultz. You see that pass by Diamond?
That was
spinning behind his back.
That was a big-time pass. That looked like it was on ESPN or something.
Busterin with will get 2. 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. And to the line goes Paul Bustrin. He's made 3 out of 4 from the line. He scored all his points in the second half. He has 11. Here's the first one on the way, and it is good. Let's tell you, Richland never folded, though. They kept contact with him throughout and had some numerous opportunities.
They really did. They just worked as hard as they could and got some shots that just Evergreen just flat wore them down.
Bustrin with his second free throw. It is good. Makes it 64-54 with 1 minute 8 to go. Spoor in the backcourt. Gets it into Cahill. The press is still on. Spoor to Robertson. Got to get across the timeline and shoot a 3 here. Kneels into the forecourt. Goes to Spoor. Spoor penetrates. Everybody looking for the 3, and it's Cahill who shoots it. In and out. And the rebound underneath is by Bustrin. He's going to be fouled by Spoor. And that should do it with 52 seconds to go, and the Plainsmen leading by 10.
Yeah, Evergreen teammates kind of recognizing that this game's in hand, but you don't see a lot of tremendous jubilant, celebration. I think that this was just one of their wins in with respect to trying to get their goal. I think they really want the state championship.
Okay, they'll play either Mercer Island or Kamiakin tomorrow in the semifinals. Here's Bustrin to the line with the 1-and-1, and it is no good. And the rebound fought for underneath. Schultz gets it. 50 seconds remaining. Schultz actually looked like he double-tripled the ball, didn't he? But they didn't call it. Out to Ash. A long 3 by Damien. It's off the rim. No good. Tipped out by Spoor. Headed to us. Look out. Ash couldn't save it right at the scorer's bench. 64-54. 39 seconds to go. Neslin calls a timeout as he can't get the ball inbounded. And we'll take a 30-second timeout. We have 39 seconds remaining in the game. And the score, Evergreen 64, Richland 54.
Financing up to 100% of the purchase price has become a hallmark of new car financing at Gisa Federal Credit Union. Another tradition is Gisa's competitive rates on all consumer loans, from new and used cars and trucks to new and used boats and RVs. For loan or membership information, call Gisa today at 946-1611.
Gisa Federal Credit Union, working with you.
Well, Reaganomics pointing out, Don, that in this fourth quarter, Richland has hit only 1 of 10 field goals and 0 for 7 from the three-point line.
Yeah, it's a kind of a game where they recognize they've got to shoot the threes, so they're looking for them and they're rushing them a little bit. And although they did have some good looks at them early on, they just haven't been able to get them down. Some of that may have to give credit to Evergreen, maybe wearing them down with fatigue in the legs a little bit.
And Evergreen at every spot is a little bit taller, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They got tremendous athletes with great skill.
64-54, Plainsman's ball in the backcourt with 39 seconds. Long baseball pass to Bustrin. He got it ahead of Schultz. He goes in for the jam. It's just knocked away, and we're going to call it goaltending as Schultz was knocked. He put his hand on the rim. I think he'd have missed the dunk anyway, but it's goaltending called on Schultz.
Boy, that looked like a Super Bowl. That was a pass thrown up there between Bustrin and Schultz. 2 athletes going up for it, and Bustrin coming down and having presence of mind to try and dunk out of it.
66-54, 36 seconds to go into Cahill. Cahill out of the backcourt. Cahill into the corner to Ash. Robertson waving for the ball. They cross-court it to him, but Spoor intercepted it for Richland. Spoor out front, shoots a 3 and hammered. The last thing they wanted was that. He's going to go to the line for 3 as Spoor. It's probably not going to matter. Down 12 with 24 seconds to go, but Spoor will shoot 3 free throws here, and Richland still with just 1 field goal in this fourth quarter.
That's probably one of the few mental mistakes we've seen Evergreen make all day in this game. They're a tremendously smart basketball team.
You can hear the Plainsmen fans behind us there roaring as Spoor misses the first free throw. Has 2 more. Richland will play at noon tomorrow in a loser-out game. Second shot in and out. And Evergreen will play at 6:30 tomorrow night against the winner of Kamiakin and Mercer Island. That game's coming up here in about 15 minutes or so. Second shot, good. So he made 1 of 3, 66-55. Inbounds pass comes into Derek Neslin. In the backcourt, he whips a pass cross-court. It goes to Neslin, Newt Neslin, and we're going to get a foul called on Ash with 18 seconds remaining.
Well, I'll tell you, Richland came out and played really, really hard today. They knew what kind of pressure they were going to get. They just took them a while to get used to it, and once they made a nice little run to get it close, but Evergreen would just never go away. The pressure was always there. They got key turnovers when they had to, and
Newton Neslin hits the first of 1 and 1. He's got 14 points. That's the first point in the second half for him. He's taken to that big first quarter lead.
I think Evergreen's depth was just a big factor in this game.
No question about it. He misses the second. The rebound, Schultz after it. It's tipped around. Bustrin had it. He lost it. He got it back. He wanted to force it up, and he got fouled with 12.9 seconds remaining. So, 67-55 is the count. Richland kept closing in, but when it came right down to that fourth quarter, it looked to be like it was Evergreen's defense that proved to be the difference here.
Yeah, it really did. Richland could just never create any real easy shots for him. Evergreen just constantly pressing and trapping and trying to steal the ball, and just constantly kept Richland out of their comfort zone.
And Phil Neal clearing his bench now as Todd Merkley, Jared Mitchell, Aaron Siefkin, and Kerry Reed going out. Neil Robertson, did he get a shot off in the fourth quarter, Reagan? Robertson, he shot 2 in the fourth quarter, but did not score in this period as Bomber fans give their starters a hand as they come off the court. Bustrin to the line for 2 free throws. And he's got 10, 14, 15 points in the game, all in the second half. So he's actually going to be very close to his average. And he hits the first. 68-55. Another one coming. Paul Bustrin ready on the line, and the shot is good. And he comes out of the game. 17 points for Bustrin. All right, here come the Bombers for one last shot. Aaron Siefkin into the forecourt. Siefkin fires to Merkley. He puts up a 3. It's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds with 1.8 seconds remaining. Okay. Long down court pass. New player in the game, Christensen, and JP loses it out of bounds. At the buzzer, it's all over, and the Evergreen Plainsmen have defeated the Richland Bombers 69-55. We'll be back to wrap it up after the 60-second timeout. The final score, Evergreen 69, Richland 55. Back here at the Kingdome, Frank Murray and Don Manili, and the final score is 69-55 in favor of Evergreen. Here's the scoring. John Cannon came off the Evergreen bench to lead all Evergreen scorers at 18. Paul Bustrin scored 17, all in the second half of play. And Newton Neslin scored 14, and he had 13 of those in the first half. For Richland, the leading scorer was Doug Schultz. He had 20. Damian Ash had 14. Neil Robertson had 11. John Spohr had 9. And Jeff Cahill had 1. As the Bombers kept creeping back into it. They got within 3 there in the second half of play in the third quarter. But the fourth quarter all belonged to Evergreen as they pull away and will go into the semifinals tomorrow night. Don, some final thoughts on this game?
I think Richland has absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. I thought they played an outstanding basketball game. I think they just got beat by a little better team. And I think Richland just needs to kind of go back and shake this off a little bit and refocus for tomorrow. I think they've got a real good chance of leaving this as a top 8 and coming home with a trophy. Tonight, this afternoon, Evergreen just had too many weapons. They are a true epitomize the word team.
Okay, Reaganomics getting our final stats ready. We'll give you them, and then we'll take about a 10-minute break until the next game between Kamiakin and Mercer Island. As Richland again will play at noon tomorrow. Evergreen will play at 6:30 tomorrow night against the winner of this game, Kamiakin and Mercer Island. Here's the final numbers. In the end, Richland shot 39% on 15 of 38. They hit only 1 of 11 in the fourth quarter. 16 of 49 for the game, and that's only 33%. And the 3-point 3-pointers, 7 of 27 in the game for 26%. The Plainsmen hit 56% in the game, 25 for 45. They didn't shoot that many threes. They made 2 out of 7. And in the rebounding department, it ended dead even at 25 apiece. The turnovers, actually Richland not bad. They had only 12 turnovers in the game, but it resulted in 11 Evergreen points. Evergreen actually had more turnovers, 13, but Richland only got 5 points out of them. So that just about wraps it up. We'll be back with the Kamiak and Mercer Island game in about 10 minutes from right now, so stay with us. Once again, the final score, the Evergreen Plainsmen 69 and the Richland Bombers 55.
KONA's coverage